it on this computer. So I'll also share it to my, so what is the point? It extremely hard to listen all the project creates stress analysis. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So share on page you manage. So I'm just trying to record it both ways. So on my page also. So I'll add it on YouTube, Facebook, both. Just starting there. Okay, say something about this. Okay, thank you all for your patience. Let's enthusiastically try to heal ourselves. Yes, Kamala Mataji, I'll not talk about it anymore. Thank you so much. we'll now start. Okay. So, all right, here we go. So can everybody see the sharing? Shared window?
Yes.
Okay, so the energy circuit, mudras. So mudra is basically completing the energy circuit in the body. How this works is it's a very wonderful way that these mudras and these elements have been set up. Why do I call it the energy circuit? Now, first let's look at what's in the mudra. Okay, so we have 5 fingers. The 5 fingers represent how many elements? 5, right? It cannot be more than that. So 5 elements, and as you can see, it's fire, air, the middle one is akasha, space, the 4th one is earth, and the 5th one is water. Fire, air, space, earth, water. Fire, air, space. So these elements, if we are very clear with this. But who is the activator in all of this? It is the thumb. It is the fire element. It is the fire element. So the thumb is the most important. So you see in most mudras, all or most mudras, the thumb is involved because it is the fire is the activator. Right? The fire is the activator. So, okay, I went back to this one. So out of all the elements, the fire is the one that activates all the other elements, that really pushes all the elements. So for example, all the digestion in Ayurveda, the most important thing for digestion is the Agni, fire. All problems of air. All problems are due to imbalance of air. And this imbalance of air is what leads to this imbalance of fire and air. So basically the fire is the digestion should be good. So fire is the activator. The thumb is the activator in all or most of the mudras. So that is why the thumb becomes very relevant. And when it is used to heal the other elements, that's when the healing takes place. So let's go to the first mudra, that is the Gyana Mudra. So this is the Gyana Mudra. So which was this element? Can everyone type in? I want you to get this clear. Which element does thumbs up represent? Okay, I got a few answers. I want everyone to agree on these answers. Okay, so it's fire. Right, so this is fire. Now, what does this represent? The thumb. What does the, yes, so it is the air. Beautiful. Fire, air, ether. Okay, fire. So the fire and air. So in the body, the flow of thoughts is a function of, you have three choices: husband, wife, children. No. So what is the element that is the flow of thought, that controls the flow of thought? Air. Perfect. So it is air. So you can either unmute or you can just type in there. I want some participation. So I just, it feels better when people are able to answer, interactive. So this mudra, this Gyana Mudra. So what does it tell you? Gyana Mudra. That means if you want Gyan, then you want this mudra. That means you need calmness. The first thing you need, if you want good energy, if you want good mind, if you want good thought, then you need the Gyana Mudra. So Gyana Mudra is very important. So this Gyana Mudra, this is very, very healing. It is said if your children are hyperactive. So how many of you have hyperactive kids here? Enlightening, yes. Right, how many of you have hyperactive kids? I have 1.5. Means one is half hyperactive, but second one is fully hyperactive. So if you make them sit in this mudra, this is very, very important. So sit in Gyana Mudra. So any meditational position, this is the most important element. If the children can hold this, actually it is said once the children sleep, if you have an hyperactive kid, once the children sleep, just keep it like this. So for hypertension, stress, all this, so first you sit like this. So that's why in meditative pose, this is the most important mudra. So when I sit in meditation, I sit like this with hands like this. So we say Gyana Mudra, you just touch your thumb and forefinger and do not press. Just touch. If you just touch, you will feel your pulse. If you just touch, you will feel the pulse, isn't it? So if you just touch, you should feel your pulse. Can everyone try that? Don't press, just touch. And just calm down, just do a slow breath. And you should feel your pulse.
I feel very subtle pulse. Yeah.
Yes, very subtle, of course. It won't be a heartbeat, dug, dug, dug. No, it'll be soft. Good point.
Sometimes yes. I feel it, but I don't feel it today now. But sometimes I immediately feel it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is very subtle.
If you have to be very subtle about it, only on the left hand, okay? But you should be able to, if you just touch it, but you really see that it does work. That is a sign when you just touch it, and when you sit down for meditation, when your hands are like this, and when you just touch, that's a sign that you are actually calm. If you hold it very tight, or you are trying to be calm. If you hold it too tight, too hard, then it won't work. So to be calm, it's very important that you hold this. very softly, subtly, and feel that pulse. That's very important. So this Gyana Mudra is the most important for meditation actually. So the benefits of this are also one of the most important things that we seek in our life, which is very important to pass your exams and things. What is that? Can we have a
Concentration.
concentration? Yes, concentration, Gyana Mudra. I agreed with that.
Focus.
Anything else?
Focus.
I was going to say marks.
Huh?
Remember, you have to remember, right?
Marks.
Marks, yes. But how do you get marks when you write well?
You have to remember things, right? Once you study, concentrate, and you have to remember things to
Remember.
reproduce.
Focus.
Yes.
Focus, Prabhu.
Perfect. Memory.
Memory.
So those who have weak memory, this is what you need to do. So this helps in improving your memory. Okay? Very good for memory. How long should you hold? How long should you hold in a day? What's the best time to do this? Good question. What is the best time to do this? Actually, it can be done anytime. But especially if you sit down calm, whenever you are sitting down calmly and meditating, then this becomes very, very effective. Then it becomes very effective. To really have a powerful impact, means to see significant results. One should be able to hold the mudra for 40 minutes in a day. So remember the time. It should be 40 minutes. So if you're able
40
to
minutes at a time, or 20 minutes one time, 20 minutes one time, like that? 40 minutes at a stretch.
No. So ideally 40 minutes at a time, ideally. But the max you can do is 20 minutes in 2 sessions. Means minimum. So if you do it very staggered, it won't give you that effect. So maximum you divide it into 2 and 20 minutes each. And that's what gives you the best results. Early morning is the best. Early morning is the best. And then evening. See, the 3 sandhyas are important. So when you sit to meditate, when you chant Gayatri, those who are chanting Gayatri or mantra, in the 3 sandhya, if you do this, then it is the best. When one hand is chanting CSN, the other hand hold the mudra. Yes. CSN, okay, it's can, okay. So yes, when one hand is, in one hand you are chanting with the beads, then the other hand you should hold this. So this steadies. So when you're chanting, yes, this definitely makes you steady. Padma Mataji, you had one question I had to finish.
What is CSN?
No, it can. So it's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Prabhu, for example, if I'm doing some breathing, right, like long breathing, I'm supposed to do for 20 minutes. When I do that also, I just can hold this mudra and do the breathing, right, the Ujjayi breath.
So
to calm down.
Yeah. So whenever, whatever you are doing, so you are doing, of course, during asana, you cannot hold, during pranayama. So when you do pranayama, this is the best mudra to hold. You should hold this mudra. If you are doing Ujjayi breath. Of course, when you are doing Anulom Vilom,
you won't be able to.
Then you do it with one hand. Just like Kamala Mataji said, when you chant, then with the other hand, you do this mudra. So for becoming calm, to improving your memory, actually, memory is not just a function of the physical brain. Right? Memory is not just a function of the physical brain. Memory is the function of nadi, of the subtle nerves mostly. For example, there are things or qualities or memories or feelings or character which we carry from previous lives. But the previous life body is in somewhere. But we only have the mind. So memory is a character of, basic character of the mind. So when the vayu and the medium for the mind to express this memory is the nadis, is the subtle nerves. So the memory, as you do this, it removes the blockages. It calms. So what happens is your memory, you have something. Sometimes you see, you have it in your mind, but you cannot express it. It just doesn't come up. Why? Because on top there is a lot of agitation. Just like in a beautiful lake, below there is something, and on top it is fully agitated. You cannot see below the lake. But when you calm down, the memory automatically comes. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna tells Arjuna the entire Bhagavad Gita, and he asks him, did you understand, Arjuna? Did you understand? And Arjuna says, Nashta moha. Look at the two things he says. Nashta moha smritir labdhva. He says, my illusion is gone and my memory has come back. So when your illusion is gone, your memory automatically comes back. Amazing, right? So that's why Krishna is giving us this clue. That's the sequence. So when you calm down, when you are peaceful, then your memory comes back. One of the best ways, it is said, if you have lost your brain because of something, okay, how did we lose our brain? Right? So we can lose our brain. Remember, when you get angry, you destroy your memory cells of the brain. See, the mind is the software, the brain is the hardware. So that when your mind is having something, but it wants to express it, it has to come through the brain, the physical brain, of course. So the brain is the hardware. So suppose you smoke, right? Suppose you drink, and suppose you eat meat, suppose you get angry, suppose you get anxious. All these, especially anger, they destroy the brain cells. Now, in one of the research papers, many research papers have proven that one of the ways to regain the lost brain, one of the best ways of regaining the green power, can anybody say? Can anybody have a clue? Okay, mudra is second, but what is for the physical?
Meditation.
Meditation. Okay, how can you meditate when you're... Yes, Hemanji got it right. Exercise, and not just exercise, vigorous exercise. Vigorous exercise restores your nervous system, but vigorous exercise doesn't mean put on some dance music and jump like anything. That's not right. So they do this. I'm on Facebook, so they give these ads, right? So Bollywood dance therapy. I don't know what therapy is that. You go more crazy. So they're having Bollywood dance therapy, this dance therapy. So problem with these dance therapies is that your breath, which is controlling your thought, that is going crazy when you're dancing. So after that, you have to have the same thing. Yes. So the Ashtanga Yoga, it is so intense. I think our Hiral Mataji is here. She can say, right? So she was saying that she was thinking yoga is like laid back, relaxed. But when she actually did yoga, you find it very intense. Right, Ashish? It is intense, right? Yeah. So yoga is really intense, and it is the first section of asana is meant to be chikitsa, to restore you back. You can literally even cure diabetes, stress, anything if you do it dedicatedly, practice dedicatedly, but the right technique. In the name of yoga, there is hot yoga, very hot yoga, extremely hot yoga. That's not yoga. That's something else. But wrongly performed something can lead to injuries also. And when you perform it with the right technique, it definitely gives you the right results. So that's Ashtanga, so yoga. But along with that, once the asana is done, so then you do mudra. So there are, in the yoga, in the asanas also, there are bodily mudras, which I will do in the next class. Next class will be, I will do the bodily mudras, the whole body mudras, Viparita Karani Mudra. Mudra means to hold the mind calm. The whole purpose of mudra is to heal, and there are different mudras to heal different, but this is like a general healing mudra, this one. Now this Gyana Mudra is something we can practice in general, and 40 minutes is a minimum time you want to have a significant result. So remember, you can keep a timer, right? And you can do that. Actually speaking, when you do the Japamala chanting, it also gives you a very powerful result, I've seen. When you do with the Japamala chanting, there is something special about the beads. And then you hold one hand like this. There is a lot of good feeling within the hands and the body. There is also. Okay.
I'm not meditating right now, but I'm holding it like this. So that's beneficial as well, right?
Perfect. Yes. As long as you hold it. Even when you sleep, just try to put your hands like this and try to sleep. Even if it goes away in a few minutes, try to hold it. Right? Try that. So if you wake up like this in the morning, that means you are a sadhu. So you can shave your head and join me. Okay. So this is very, very beneficial. How should one make so much time chanting yoga meditation? So for example, if you are sitting calmly, just hold the hands like this. If you are standing calmly, just hold the hands like this. There are other healing mudras also. So whenever you have time, whenever you are leaving your hands, instead of leaving your hands free, just hold it like this. Whenever you are sitting down, just become aware. Does that answer, Hemanji? Some idea I gave? If that helps.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's just becoming aware. Yoga is all about becoming aware.
Yeah.
Right? Just becoming aware of the soul. You are the soul, but you have to become aware. So that process is called yoga. To connect, to become aware. Okay, so that was the first mudra. So for hypertension, stress, meditation, depression, if anybody is facing even depression, then this mudra is very beneficial. But like I said, the time span matters. Right? The time span matters. Yes, this mudra is also helpful for vertigo, a little bit, because it calms you down. I'll give you another mudra for vertigo, that is the Vayu Mudra, controls the air. But this mudra is basically very good for vertigo also. So the more you can hold this, then it will also control the fire, then comes air, right? So remember, it's the fire air. So air is controlled already with this. Okay, this is the first mudra. So that's why when I was preparing, I realized each mudra will take at least 10 to 15 minutes. If I describe all the mudras today, we'll sit till midnight. So I thought, let me cover just the important ones today, and then we will do the rest later as we go on. The second one is which is very good for all kinds of joint pains, rheumatism, arthritis, and everything else, is the Vayu Mudra. Okay, where is it? Yeah, okay, like this, both hands, so controlling the air. So if you have knee pains, joint pains, cervical spondylitis, acidity, burping, all these problems, then Vayu Mudra helps in balancing. As you hold this, you can feel a calmness. I can already feel a calmness here. Can everybody try this? Right, so this, so the forefinger you bend and the thumb. So fire dominating air. So fire means it is digesting, healing. So you're activating the fire. So the air, which is kind of gone awry, so you're kind of healing it. So those who have, those who are developing Parkinson's, so for long-term dementia, all these things, this is very, very beneficial. So this is, see, Vayu, air balance is extremely important because it holds air. The tightness of the air in the body holds the body together. Right? The whole body is all air pressure, correct? So when you do asana, when you do exercise, what happens? The air in the body tightens. It's balanced. The 5 airs which are in different directions. And the prana, you know, the energizing prana. So that's important. So as I'm just picking that up, so this is a very important mudra. So if we are able to practice these 2 mudras, this is the Chin Mudra or the Gyana Mudra, and next is the Vayu Mudra. So this one will help all joint pains, will keep your brain matter together. It's very important, prevents the degeneration. This and this. So if you are able to hold this long enough, then you can just hold this sometime. So each mudra, the longer you hold, it's important. Maybe you can practice when you lie down. If your time, if you take 10 minutes to sleep, just do like this instead of doing this mudra like the phone mudra, right? Correct. Chatting mudra. So instead of this mudra, it's better to do this mudra. Keep your phone aside. We get so many chats in a day. I end up till the late evening, I am doing chat mudra. My wife is like, keep the phone aside. But anyway, so this mudra is very beneficial. Okay. All right. So we did, what are the mudras we did? So first one we did the Gyana Mudra, Chin Mudra. And next we did is the Vayu Mudra. Okay. So the next one that we are going to do is the, not this one. Okay. So I will do is the Prana Mudra. So I didn't put the picture, but where is Zoom? It's here. Okay. So let me share this. So the Prana Mudra. So Prana Mudra, I'll show with the hand. I somehow could not get the picture. But anyways. So this is a very, very important mudra for energizing. So for energizing, how I will explain. So it is for chronic fatigue, mental tension, anger, burning eyes, your eyesight, prana, blood circulation, cramps for diabetics and vitamins. So this is basically to energize. See, diabetics, they weaken, cramps, your body is weakened, blood circulation is low. So all this chronic fatigue, all this is the Prana Mudra will help. So how is Prana Mudra done? So Prana Mudra is like this. Okay, the two fingers and the thumb. Okay, so with the fire, you are energizing the earth and water. This is a very, very important mudra. This works even for half the time. For example, for the other mudras, the stipulation is 40 minutes, correct? Now for this mudra, you can even do it for 20 minutes. It'll still give you benefits. So whenever you are feeling weak, whenever you are feeling down, depressed, weak, basically weak, chronic weakness, diabetics, when you are having cramps, if you do this, the cramp will go away faster. The cramps will heal faster, all these things. So these are very, very beneficial. So if you so the basic point is, if you are able to hold this mudra for a long time, so this is the Prana Mudra. So what are these two elements? The last two fingers? Water and earth, right? So water and earth. So basically it is.
So this is water. This is water. The ring finger is water.
Last one is water.
Okay. Pinky is water and the other one is earth. Okay.
Earth. So the water and earth. So in the body, so the 80% of the body is water. So 80% of the body is water, and then the rest of it is basically earth. So the fire, so you're energizing the water and earth here with this. And the more you can breathe deeply and hold this mudra. So that is why the pranayama goes along well with the mudra. So for example, if you do the Gyana Mudra, even if you do it for 20 minutes and then you do the Prana Mudra, then the effect is powerful. So everything has to be a combination. So that's why, of course, in our today's life, the problem in today's life is we have very little time, correct? Most of the time we are tensed, stressed. So you can just imagine when such a long part of our day is kind of stressed out, how are we going to heal? We don't have time to heal. So that is why wherever you are, at least try to apply this. Stress is a part of Kali Yuga life. You cannot avoid it. But how much you can absorb the stress, that depends on how geared up you are, how badly your air is disturbed. So we studied 3 mudras so far, correct? Gyana Mudra, Vayu Mudra, and Prana Mudra, right? Gyana Mudra is good for
Mind.
Good for mind, yes. Calming down. What else? What's the important thing?
Focusing.
Focusing.
Memory, calm, blood pressure.
Yes.
Hyperactive kids to calm them down. And
yes, perfect. I think Padmavati is writing down everything.
No, I'm not writing down, Prabhu.
So is it okay to do 2 different mudras in each hand or same mudra with both hands at the same time? Now, every question is a good question. So basically just do the same mudra with the same hand to get actual effect, because your right side, so your right hand affects the left side of the body and left hand affects the right side of the body, right? So this, for example, affects the right eye. Sorry, what is this? Left eye. I'm looking at TV and getting confused. Right. This is left one. This is the right one. So this balance both sides. So when you do with both hands, this affects the the other side, and this affects the other side. So when you do with both hands, it's balanced. Okay. So mudra, you cannot do. So if you do two different mudras, so one side is getting one mudra effect, then the other side is getting other mudra effect, right? So we need the same mudra effect, then we do that. Huh? Okay. Yeah. This was a good question actually. Otherwise, I was thinking of this point, I had totally forgot. And this question brought it out. Yeah. So it affects both sides that way. Okay, and so that's about the Prana Mudra. So next one, for vertigo. Okay, so we will do one for vertigo. Where is it? So share screen. There we go. Okay. So this is called as the Shunya Mudra. So what does the middle finger represent? Akash, ether.
Space. Space.
Space, yes. So this space. So this space controls our hearing. Sorry, not earring. I have earrings, not the earring. But actually this earring is supposed to help you hear better, because the earrings, according to Vedic, the piercing of the ears improves the capacity of hearing. I don't know. I think my piercings were good. I hear too much. So I don't know. It's supposed to be good. So, so this one actually heals the hearing. So it improves the sharpness. So when you have a voice, like I've put one of my very good friends, he suggested me one box to improve the sound, and I hope, and this mic, and I hope it improves. It's improving the sound. So he told me that this will improve the sound, so your hearing will be more sharper. So basically the Shunya Mudra will control the ether. It also for the tinnitus in the ears, and also for vertigo, because the balance of the body is controlled by ears. Correct? That's why the boxers, they hit the ear, the temple side here. Because when you hit here, the ear, right, then you hear triple, then you hear three sounds, then you lose balance. So balance of the ears is, so balance of the body is the ears, they control. So just like when you hear something bad, you cannot take it, right? You lose balance when you hear some news. So hearing has a lot of effect on the emotions, that space. So the deafness, numbness, earache, vertigo, tinnitus, audio weakness, that can all be cured by Shunya Mudra. But again, what is the time limit?
20 minutes.
No, 40 minutes. 40 minutes means depends on the what degree you have. Now remember one thing, whichever mudra you do, but when you add the Prana Mudra to it, so whichever mudra you do, but when you add the Prana Mudra to it, then its effect is
Double.
it's yeah, doubles, triples, however. So there is a wonderful effect with these with this mudra. So the Prana Mudra because it infuses the energy. So whichever mudra you are doing, it's already giving you an effect, but then you do the Prana Mudra on top of it, it energizes the whole thing. Sone pe suhaga, right? I don't know the English translation for that. Right? Suhaga on gold, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, sort of some humor, but anyway, so yeah, I'm recording it. It's also on my Facebook page. So so any mudra that you do, the Prana Mudra enhances the effect. So every day, I think most people, we easily have a lot of problems with weakness and everything, right? So that this particular mudra, the Prana Mudra, and keep the fingers close together. Sometimes we are in a habit for like this. No, it should be close. So then the energy is pretty much together. Okay, so we studied so far Gyana Mudra, Vayu Mudra, Prana Mudra, and we studied Shunya Mudra. Okay, so this is the 4, and then let me go to the next mudra for the day is the Varuna Mudra. So Varuna, the name itself, you can understand, Varuna deals with which department
Air.
is?
Air. Varun. No.
Is a water department. So the little finger. Okay, the little finger, it is the Varuna. Okay, so you can mute somebody's, some sound is on there, it's kind of disturbing. If you can mute rainwater, yes. So this mudra, Varuna Mudra, if you have psoriasis, that is the stress induced, so many people get psoriasis, that is stress induced. When you're not sweating, dryness in the skin, it results in psoriasis. Okay, so let me, one moment here. Let me just mute all. Okay. So if there is psoriasis, dryness in the eyes, and joint cartilage pains, osteoarthritis, even anemia, all this can be helped by Varuna Mudra. Okay, so Varuna Mudra is nothing but the thumb and little finger. Okay, the thumb and little finger.
Do you have to keep those 3 fingers straight?
What is that?
Do you have to keep those 3 fingers straight?
Yeah, you see the rest 3 fingers are straight.
I cannot.
No, you should keep it like this.
But it keeps bending for me.
No, that's okay. Bent but together like that.
Oh, okay.
Just hold, let's put them together. It's a little discipline. How long should we do this? So Varunji, so this question is from Varun on Varuna Mudra. So I was surprised. How come the name is Varun? So anyway, it's a beautiful thing. So like I said, the standard time, depending on how the degree of your health issue, if you have really a health need, if this is something that is, these are some of the things that are really troubling you, that you have a chronic problem, then do this for 40 minutes minimum. Okay. But if it is not so bad, 20 minutes is a minimum thing. 40 is good for really healing, 40 and above. But at least if you can do it for 20 minutes, it's going to be really beneficial. No, I'm not saying do each mudra for 40 minutes. So you have to do based on what is your need. For example, if your main problem is soreness of the eyes or anemia or these problems, then you do this, right? Then you do the Varuna Mudra. If your focus is to calm down, relax and everything, then you do this mudra. Correct? So each mudra has a benefit. So you look at the benefit and see what you need the most. You can do different mudras each day. Right? Or if some problem is prevalent, you do that mudra for a week or 10 days or a month. Usually something takes about 30 days to heal. If you have a chronic issue and you do the mudra, it takes at least like 30 days. depending on how nicely you do, and at the same time you control your diet and lifestyle, and then you do the mudra, then it gives you that benefit. So that's the main thing. So if you are able to do that, can we do one hand at a time? Possible. At least you get the 50% effect. That's also a good idea. That if you cannot do both hands, at least do one hand, then do other hand. We are not pressing in another mudra, any mudra, right? Just touching. Yes, just touching. We should not press very hard. Just touch. Like here we did, we just touched and we got the pulse. So every mudra we are just touching it and keeping it there. Actually, it is just finishing the circuit. What happens is, so from here, it goes to your endocrine glands and comes back. The element, whatever elements, it connects all over your body, and especially the endocrine glands, and then the circuit completes. When you do the mudra, it completes the circuit. So that's why I said mudras means you are completing the circuit of energy flow that re-energizes the body. Any mudra for weight loss? I think that was the next one. Let me just check. Here we go. I was about to talk about it, and here is the mudra for weight loss. So how do we do the Shankha Mudra? So this is very good for weight loss. Okay. So how it is you hold the left hand. You can do with either hand. Okay. So left hand, I hold the thumb with these fingers, and then the forefinger I touch with the thumb. Okay. Then the forefinger I touch with the thumb. Yeah. So this thumb, that's all. This thumb you
Prabhu, can you move your hand like this? Just
yeah.
If you can move,
yeah.
You know, you can show how you're holding, where you're putting the thumb. If you can tilt your hand like this.
Oh, tilt my hand. Yeah.
Okay. So just touching these two fingers, is it?
Yeah, touching the forefinger. Yeah.
Forefinger.
And a little bit of the middle finger. That's
Yeah,
all.
okay.
But mostly I'm touching the forefinger.
Perfect.
This is also used in puja. You know why? In worshipping, because it purifies 72,000 nadis. To purify the speech, this is a very, very important mudra. That is why the Shankha Mudra is used in like worshipping also. So before you worship, you do this Shankha Mudra. It also cures thyroid. In the long run, it helps weight loss. See, in yoga, remember, weight loss is not a yogic phenomenon. Yoga is not for weight loss. Weight loss is a byproduct of yoga. Yoga is to bring you to the right weight according to what you need for self-realization. It happens automatically. It happens automatically. It purifies all the 72,000 nerves, rejuvenates the whole body, clears your stammering. So that is why, because it clears the speech, that is why this mudra is used for worshipping. So speech and throat, it's very beneficial. So this Shankha Mudra, like that. So, in that way. So there are so many benefits like that. Prabhu, my ring finger coming up when I do Varamala and practice. Can you show one more time? Okay. Everybody got this now? Everybody got this mudra now? Yes? Can everybody type a yes? Hold this mudra and type yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Hold this time.
I'm just... Yes, everybody got this, right? It's easy. It's not very difficult. So for no, didn't get. So Okay, here's your left hand. Okay, so Pamani Mataji, so let's do this. So this is the left hand. Now your right hand, hold the thumb. Hold the thumb here and just press the forefinger. Got it now?
Press or touch?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, you can touch, yeah. Press, I mean in the sense, yeah, press, touch, hold. So this one you can press a little bit because this is Shankha Mudra. You know, this one you can press. The other mudras you have to just touch, but this one you press. All right, so this is very good for weight loss. So that's why this mudra is done, you know, in the prayer also. It purifies your 72,000 nadis, so excess fat and everything. So it clears your nadis actually. This one you should hold a little firm and press. This one. Okay. So,
Prabhu, question. So press the thumb closely or press the forefinger as well?
both.
Both. Okay.
You have to hold this firm. Means it should be firm.
Mhm.
So you want to hold this. For those who want weight loss, if you are sitting, again 40 minutes depending on your weight, yes. if you want really a strong weight loss and everything, then, but it's, the purpose is not just weight loss. 40 minutes is very good. That's a very good question, Reena ji. So the point is, if we hold this 40 minutes, then there is a significant change. You'll get significant benefits. But weight loss doesn't mean that everybody who holds this gets a weight loss. If you're already at the right weight, then you won't get a weight loss. Because it is purifying the nadis, you get a purification of the nadi. If my body is shaking, shall I do the Prana Mudra? Yes. If your body is low in energy, Prana Mudra is done when you are low in energy. If you are hyper, then you do Gyana Mudra. If you are hypo, then you do Prana Mudra. If you are hyper, then you do Gyana Mudra. Hypo, then you do this.
The thing is, when your mind is hyper, your body becomes hypo.
Can be, but generally Gyana Mudra is the safest to do. It calms you down. Okay. Somebody didn't mute. Anyway, so this is really calming you down. This is the safest mudra to do. All right.
Prabhu,
Then
question.
whenever you have low in energy, then this is very beneficial. Yes.
So keeping the fingers like this for Gyana Mudra, if you end up relaxing it, does it reduces the benefit? Like instead of having stretched them out, but if it relaxes, does it reduces the benefit?
See, definitely to the degree you are aware, it gives you full benefit. Right? But it does give you some benefit.
But it's better to have it stretched this way than letting it go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Recommend any mudra during chanting? I said yes. For the left hand, you do the Gyana Mudra. If you are low in energy while chanting, yes, do the Prana Mudra. Okay? If you are low in energy, do the Prana Mudra. If you want to just come down, you are fresh, then you do the Gyana Mudra, Chin Mudra. Okay? Yeah. So these are the mudras I wanted to cover for today. There are many more. There are 3 or 4 more, and there are some mudras for the. So I'm imagining that this will be a 3-part presentation. So today was the first part. So I'm going to finish the hand mudras in the next one. So I'm planning to do it hopefully Wednesday sometime. I will do it, and then on the weekend I will cover the bodily mudras. So sometime in the middle of the week I will do it. And yes, thank you very much for participating in such a good number. and then we will do the bodily mudras to calm down the body. Not on Wednesday. Okay. If Wednesday doesn't work, so then okay, so then let me just do it over the weekend. I can do 2 classes over the weekend. I can do an extended class next weekend, and then we can cover in one shot. Okay, so let's keep it on the weekend itself. Okay, all right. So thank you, and I will share the PowerPoint with all of you. Let me convert it into a PDF, and I will send it to you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for participating. Yes,
I have a quick question.
you have a what?
Question.
Question, yes.
About Shankamudra, can you explain the significance of what does it have to do with weight loss or nerves or?
So what it does basically is Shankamudra, it purifies your nadis, nerves.
But
flow.
what does it have to do?
So what happens is you are having fat in your body because the flow is blocked. See, fat is accumulating means it is not going to the next level of digestive where it should go. It's the fat is getting accumulated. So fat is not just your physical, there is the heavy fat, but there's also fat in the liver. There are several different forms. When the circulation is improved, then the toxins go out. It says 72,000 nerves are purified. Imagine the Shastras, how it designs this so that it activates all your nervous system. So your entire nervous system is activated, right? So it's just like, let me give you a little, it's a little, I don't want to give a very bad example, but let's say I ate something bad. Okay, I ate something bad, I'm feeling nauseated. And as long as I'm feeling nauseated, it's gonna give me a problem. But sometimes when you vomit it out, it's gone. Then you feel better. Correct? So similarly, it's there, it's blocked. So all the fats and other, it's in different places in the body, it's affecting your flow. Your nerves have gotten a thick layer of fat and everything. So when you hold this mudra long enough, what it does, it purifies. So all the fat lining around the nervous system, everything, the flow begins to improve. So it carries the fat and the toxins along with that, and it gets thrown out in or converted to another form. So because the flow is improving, at least it's going somewhere. Just like you're stuck in traffic, it's like frustrating. But when it's moving slowly, you know you're going to go somewhere. Right? So that's how it works. So in that way, you can get it. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. I will share the PDF in the WhatsApp group rather than email. I don't know. There's only about 20 people here. So whatever WhatsApp group I have put this in, I will share it in that. I'm sure you're in one of the WhatsApp groups. If not, you can add my number and then I'll add you to any of our WhatsApp groups. So I'll just share my number and you can message me, then I can share it. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much. It was, I think it went better than I expected. And I will upload the recording shortly. It's already on my Facebook page. So please like my Facebook page, Gaur Nataraj Das. That will increase the likes on the page. I'm looking forward to. And yes, and YouTube, I will, once the recording is downloaded, I'll upload it on YouTube. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.